Welcome back. My name is Mr. Reality, and I'm joined with Liz Cross for another rendition of Old Time Photos. What were they thinking? How are you, Liz?
Oh, good. Thank you. Do you know what time period this is from?
I would guess from the dress and the clarity that it's about a 19 like early tens or like aughts, the 19 aughts to me. But I could be wrong on that. It looks like around the teens or the aughts. But these are two girls, and again, we're just searching through Reddit to find fun old photos, people we know nothing about, and bringing them forward to share their story because I want to prove the point that everyone's story is unique. So share yours too with people that are around you because I think you'll be impactful in more ways than you know. Well, can we talk to them?
Absolutely. I have them here. Now, the one on the left, she died in she was in her 90s when she passed. And the one on the right, she had an early death. She died in her 50s. She was a smoker.
So how did they come to meet? Because they're of two different ethnicities, like looks Romanian and German.
Romanian. Yes, Romanian, yes, and German. Yes, yes, that's true. How Okay, so the girl on the right, her mother worked for the girl on the left, the
Ah.
family.
So were they good friends growing up? Did they continue their friendship, or what did they drift away when their mother stopped working for the German mother?
They were best friends. They were absolutely, yes, they were best friends. The closest childhood friends because the staff lived at the location, lived on site in the home or on the homestead or whatever you want to call it. So they grew up together. And what is so interesting is the little Romanian girl, she was not allowed to have like access to this private education. So her friend, the German girl, taught her friend to read and write.
Aw.
I know, isn't that so nice?
How did World War One affect their friendship?
It was difficult. But they didn't really leave the home area. I feel like it was a very large estate. Um, they didn't leave. Children in those days were pretty, kept themselves to themselves. I mean, she didn't have to go to school. School came to them, or the teacher came to them. And they had a lot of free time. And they would just tune out what was going on. This is very true what the girl on the left is saying. She's presenting herself to me as an old lady. Um, People didn't tell children everything back then. Children were allowed to be children. Now it's in your face. Children know far too much. And every time she says her own personal thoughts, feelings, and opinions, every time we insist on exposing our children to this type of knowledge, we're just ruining their childhood. There are some things that they should just not know about. They don't need to know about adult issues. They need to be children. And I agree with her. I can see how, yes, we want our children to be informed. Yes, we want them to be aware, but some things are just not meant for children to understand, and just let them be children.
What did the German woman do in her lifetime? What was her primary job?
She was a mother, wife and mother. She married a soldier, a very prominent soldier. She also lived a very wealthy lifestyle. She had children, she had maids, she had nannies, and she had many grandchildren, many grandchildren, and even great grandchildren.
And did she ever lament or, remember fondly her childhood Romanian friend after they drifted apart?
She thought about her every day, every day. Not a day went by when she wouldn't think about her friend. And in fact, her friend, oh my God, this is so sweet, was waiting for her when she crossed.
Have they been in incarnations before? Are they part of the same soul family, even in their different ethnicities?
Yes, they're always best friends in every lifetime. And we will be best friends again, she says. We will be down there, different circumstances. Where are you both going to? They're going to be in the US next time around. Through generational, natural migration. Now the family is here, the soul family, and they're due to come back, I feel, quite soon, probably in the next 10 years, and they will be neighborhood friends. They will grow up on the same street. So that's interesting to me because quite clearly in this lifetime that we're looking at in the photograph, there was lots of inequality there, but they were best friends. And then now they're going to be best friends again, but they're going to grow up on the same street, presumably, with the same level of equality.
What's the benefit to not knowing that they knew each other in previous lifetimes? How does that help them?
That's a good question. Because it makes it all new again. Though, and I can understand what she says by this. When you just get around somebody and you're like, I know this person. I just know them. I know them from a previous life. I just know them, right?
Right.
They have that knowing. I actually have a friend who is like that with me. Um, it's so funny because she's a psychic medium as well who won't tap into it at all. And we met in the police. I hope she's listening today. And we met in the police. We worked together, but instantly we just became very, very close friends. And it was like we knew one another. So I get that concept. And I'm sure most of the people listening today will, understand that as well.
What is the mechanism that strips them of that knowledge about all those past lives when they come down into Earth?
The body and the brain. When you're a soul, you have all that knowledge, right? But then when you're a soul that has to function in a body with a brain, that's where it's lost. So there's too many things in the way, right?
Right.
So you've got your subconscious and you have the conscious mind, and you have all your chakras, you have the brain. It's very limiting.
Well, I would like to thank. Is there anything that the girl on the right would like to say about her incarnation and her soul journey path?
She's just putting her arms around the girl on the left, even though they're old now. She says, I love her so much. And I'm just happy to be channeled today. They just love that you have given them a voice, and they feel like they've won the spiritual lottery that we are giving their message out. That's so
I
cute,
hope that the
isn't it?
message is. I hope their message is strong, and everyone out there listening can treat the people around them as equals, regardless of what they look like.
Yeah, I've never understood that whole concept. I don't get that, right? But whatever. I mean, it's I don't know, it's bizarre. In fact, I even had a reading today where I had to tell somebody, stop labeling everything. You want this to come into your life, and you have to stop. And I want this type of man, and he has to be like this, and this is how our life's going to be. And I said, you've got to stop labeling everything, because you know you just let it flow into you. You don't know that this person is going to be this particular way. Let the universe surprise you. You may, if you start blocking people out of your life. I'm not saying that she was racist or anything like that. It's just, but with anything, just let it flow. Really, just let the universe bring you somebody that is so maybe eccentric on the outside, but on the inside, it's the best surprise and most benefit to your soul journey you could ever possibly imagine. Just let
Appreciate
things
the
flow.
timing of the universe. That's right. A good message for everyone out there. Thank you so
Yeah,
much, girls. And thank you, Liz. Thanks, everybody, for listening. Please look for Liz on Patreon, patreon.com/remote viewing and beyond. And find me on YouTube at Reality Forecast. Thanks, Liz.
thank you. This was great.